Whatever I hear today, it's gonna be life-changing. Oh, pray for me because I'm nervous. I'm scared. I am on my way to go get an MRI and I'm totally freaking out. So I haven't said anything about it yet, but the other day in the shower, I mean, like, it sounds dramatic when I say this, but I kind of like a little bit passed out. Yeah, more like collapsed. Like collapsed in the shower. So, we thought, hey, I've reached my deductible. There's no use in postponing it. So I am on my way to get an MRI to see what's going on. I'm done, and that was actually a lot worse than I anticipated. I went into it thinking I'm gonna go sit in a tube. I'm not claustrophobic. I'll have a warm blanket. Like, I could do that. It's a 45-minute free nap. Like, no big deal. But I don't know if people have ever had an MRI, but like they put your head in this, these two side things, and then they strap like a football helmet thing across the front. And then once they put you into the tube, like it like vibrates. Like, a mix between shaking and vibrating, more intense than vibrating, but not as much as shaking. But it's not even like it can lull you to sleep because it changes intensities. And then also it like makes like different like rah, 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 like that was not pleasant, but it does. It makes like these sounds like you're almost in the middle of a what, like a fire alarm or something, and that changes intensities too. So it's not like you can even drown it out eventually. Like, I just came out feeling like, oh, I have a headache, oh, my ears need to pop. I feel like I've just been vibrated for 45 minutes. So I really hope I have great news for you guys, that everything's fine and that I just fluke. Maybe I locked my knees. That's what I'm hoping. But I don't know. How did you do with the kids for 45 minutes?
They're actually really good for about 40 minutes. And Beckam just played with his toys the whole time. He was a joy, and he ran back and forth across the hall getting a drink.
I'm sure all the other patients love that.
And actually, well, it wasn't like in front of other patients and stuff. It was in front of the staff, like the secretaries up front. And they just loved him. They gave him a little token so he could get a little toy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. At the next stoplight, I'll get it for you.
And then Palmer just sat on my lap the whole time.
Good.
Overall, it was good. It was hard to have Michelle in there just to know what she was going through. So I'm glad she's back out, and we're just gonna be optimistic about it.
So I have a Christmas hack for you all. Every year, we decorate Christmas cookies a couple weeks before Christmas and take them to our neighbors, and that's when we do the most of it. But I love homemade sugar cookies for Santa, and I love decorating them Christmas Eve. But when Paityn was probably 3, I tried to make him Christmas Eve, and there's way too much other stuff going on. So I make them early. I freeze like enough for each person to frost 1 cookie the night before Santa comes, and then we leave them out for Santa. So that's kind of our tradition around here. So tonight I am making sugar cookies, and we're gonna freeze a few so that we can finish frosting them the night before Santa comes. Good job, that's perfect. Good work.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle. Can you push it and wiggle it? Good job.
You smelling them?
Yeah.
Will you put your hair back so it doesn't get in the cookies?
Oh. That fell it.
It smells good? Oh, those smell really good, bud. Okay, what are you guys doing over here?
Making cookies. Dad.
Hey, you, Palmer. I'm supposed to be watching you. You can't be doing that. Oh. Yes.
Dad, you know
I love Christmas.
Dad, do you know what one's mine?
Which one?
Not me over here yet.
Which one's yours? Oh, careful.
These ones are hot.
Ooh, that's a good looking snowflake.
And mine
Did you cut that one out?
Yeah, I made 2.
Oh, good job. I'm impressed. You must have did that really well.
Ooh, I just about set the timer for 70 minutes.
70
With
minutes.
some burnt cookies. I sniped it.
Sugar cookies.
1, 2.
Which
I
one's
would
mine?
say look at Beckham's except for it's
Which
in
one's
your
mine?
belly already.
That one.
That one, the candy cane one?
Yeah.
Yummy. Where's yours, bud? It's in there?
Yeah.
I need that cookie back, please. Can I
Yeah,
have
you
it
didn't
back?
pay for that. We need that back.
I want to do a tree, actually.
I got a phone call tonight, about 6:30 from the radiologist, that just said, we need you to come back in. And they couldn't really tell me anything else, so I'm going on like 3 hours straight of crying. I'm really, really scared. It's interesting how humbling experiences like this are. Because I don't know if I've prayed as hard as I just did in a long time. But I'm so scared. And I feel like, you know, they talk about like living like you're dying. I feel like all of a sudden in the last 2 hours I know what they're talking about. Like how I talk to my kids was different. I just wanted, like, with every word I said, to like teach them why they needed to listen the first time instead of yell at them to listen for the first time. I just wanted to hold them while they fell asleep. Not knowing is the worst. I don't even know why I'm going back in. Good morning. So we went to bed about 9:30. I just cried myself to sleep. My JD held me. So I woke up feeling a little bit more peaceful. A little bit more like I need to decide who I want to tell and how. To be honest, I don't know if I'll ever even post this video, but it's almost like a video journal. It helps because I feel like I want to talk about it, but I don't want to stress my family out either. Or my friends. So thanks for letting me stress you out. I want to be the one that teaches my babies and sees them grow. And I know firsthand what it's like to not have your dad there or a parent there through big events in your early life, and it's really hard. I don't want my kids to go through that. I think that's my biggest fear right now, is just like fear of the unknown. I just wanted to do a little update. I had decided that I wanted to tell some of my friends. I was gonna wait to tell them, but I was really struggling, and I was supposed to meet them for lunch, so I thought I would tell them. And I'm not kidding you, like within 10 minutes, one of the first one was at my door, and over the next hour, like so many of my friends showed up, and if nothing else, this trial will be such a blessing. It's just good to see that you're loved. And it's good to feel, a support system behind you. And to know you're not alone. To have people in your life that come to you with a trial, just do something. It doesn't matter if it's not exactly what they need. Doing something means so much. And they probably don't even know what they need.
Here we go.
I'm gonna cut.
Okay, we're off.
No.
You ready for this?
Round 2.
Yep.
So this is me in glasses. Hi everyone. I very, very rarely wear glasses. My mom just got here. Bless her heart, she dropped everything and came down from Idaho. Or up from Idaho. Down or up? No, I'm not sure. Down from Idaho. And just came to be here with our kids. So that's been helpful. I'm very grateful for her. Like, the more I become a mom, the more I realize, oh, that is horrible.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, did I just get that on camera? That is horrible. Yeah. Somebody defiled their reindeer. That's not okay. My kids better not ever do anything like that. Well, thank you for the comic relief. I'm not sure where I was going with that. We're on our way back up to the hospital to get a second MRI in 24 hours. I am like seriously super dehydrated. I didn't know you could get so dehydrated from crying. Like my lips are dry, I can't even keep my contacts in. It's gonna be an early night for us because my body needs to heal from like the trauma of crying.
Hey, so we just got back from Michelle's second MRI and we just need to get out of the house. We're gonna go out, I'm gonna take her out on a date and hopefully just get away and talk about it as well. Make a plan, kind of see what we need to do next, and yeah, really just get out of the house.
So I have another update. Well, I called into my doctor like 9 a.m. as soon as they opened. He called me back and was like, okay, explain to me like who called you, what happened. They hadn't heard anything about it. So he said, okay, your doctor is not happy and that they would call you first. So I'm gonna call and figure out what's going on. I won't do anything else till I get this figured out. And then my doctor calls me back. And in my head, I'm like, nurses deliver good news, doctors call you when it's bad news. So I'm freaking out, right? He said, I just wanted to call you because I want to really apologize that they called you first. They should never have called you first without talking to me. We found something we just need to do further tests on. So of course I look it up and it's like an aneurysm, brain can't, like a tumor in my brain, or MS. So all night long I've been like, I'm about to die like a painful death and my kids are gonna be without a mom and like I'm literally like worst case scenario. So he says they found it on your skull, that's not the MRI was for, so they're gonna do another MRI. It's like a human G something. It's like a bunch of blood vessels on my skull that are enlarged. So it could be, basically it's a tumor on my skull. So it could be congenital, meaning it's been with me since birth. And if that's the case, then it's not something that they're worried about. So if it's been with me since birth, sounds like we're home free. If not, then we're gonna have to talk about what that means. So for right now, I'm still feeling really emotional. I feel like, but I feel better. But then I feel confused, like, why do I feel better? They just told me that I like have a tumor in my skull. Like, okay. I went to my doctor, and I actually didn't even have JD come because I thought he's just gonna tell me I'm totally fine, like I really am. And when he opened the report, I could tell there was 2 things on there that he wanted, like the way it was written was like 2 distinct sections. And so I immediately like got really nervous. And the first one, he talked about the hemangioma, I think. I don't know, you guys, I'm over this. And that it looked fine. There was nothing I needed to worry about. And then he said, there is a spot on your brain that lights up, I don't know, the same way as MS would. And so it's up to you whether or not you want to pursue it further, because it's been like a really, really hard 2 weeks. So I called him, so he said, like I said, of course, I want to pursue it further. And he said, well, the neurologist can't, I have one that specializes in MS and he can't get you until January. So just try to enjoy the holidays. yeah, just try to enjoy the holidays. No big deal, whatever. Emotional as all can be. This is so hard. I cannot stress enough how sorry I am for people who go through this every day, that I've never, it's a whole nother world you don't know when you're healthy and young, and I'm so sorry. So I lived that way for like a week and called the specialist and was like, I can't do this. I can't sleep. I wake up in the middle of the night at 4 a.m. and I am up the rest of the night. Like I can't function. And they were so sweet and were like, okay, we can move. She went back and talked to the doctor and they said they could move me up to this morning at 7:45. So that's a blessing for a lot of reasons. I'm feeling blessed because I reached out to my friends, like I have 4 doctor's appointments today. Like I'm gonna need some help with my friend or with my kids. And seriously, you guys, I had a friend show up at my door with her 2 little kids, 3 and under, to sit with my children, to get Paityn off to school, to let Palmer just stay sleeping. Like I just feel so blessed. So thank you to all my loyal, fantastic friends. It really experiences like this show you how blessed you are, which is like the weirdest thing I've ever said, but really, like, I'm blessed with such great friends, such great support in GD. It helps recenter you and help you realize what's really important. And I just, like, whatever I find out today is gonna be life-changing, because there's no way that I'm gonna be able to either one, I find out I have MS and my life is really gonna change, or 2, I'm gonna find out I'm fine and my life is really gonna change, because I want to be the person who is there for everyone going through stuff like this. I want to live my life. I've noticed, like, at nights, I'm willing to cuddle my kids. I'm willing to read that extra story because I haven't known how long I'm going to have. I've been willing to, instead of just barking an order at them, teaching them why I'm doing it, because I worry, like, what if I'm not there to teach them? Like, they need to learn these things. So whatever I hear today, it's going to be life-changing, because really we are all dying. I'm ready to start living like I'm dying, because there is a difference, turns out. And this is it. This is not a dress rehearsal. This is my life. I am, like, in the middle. I am smack dab in the middle of my life. What I hope is the middle of my life. And I hope I'm blessed with many more years here. I haven't done everything I want to yet, and the thought of not living a full life like I've always anticipated has been so hard. So we're back to the doctors, but pray for me, because I am nervous. I'm scared.